Recording.
Hello and welcome. My name's Ken and my goal is to unite different YouTube niches into one channel. And in today's video, I'm going to give you a comprehensive review of my Yamaha 2019 MT-07 while changing the oil. So I'm going to try to cover as many bases as I can, like what it's like to own it, pros and cons, and all that fun mumbo jumbo. So as you can tell, I've taken it off-roading and scraped it up, sent it to hell and back, and it has not let me down since. I absolutely love this thing. If I can find the hole. Where are you, hole? There we go. Yeah, look at this crash bar, or this crash plate. It's literally been put through the ringer. I've single tracked it, and I've taken it off of small jumps, nothing crazy. Just enough hooning to satiate the thirst and not get an ADV. And it's been a blast. So the skip plate comes off. SW Motec. Look at all this fun debris here. Okay. Let's get to business. So, let's get this one here. Oh. I'll make it work. My dummy butt did not bring any shop towels out, so I will have to just use this for now. Okay. There we go. More or less. Yeah, that'll work. Alright. So I have not touched this in months. For good reason. Ever since I got the Miata, this has really not seen the light of day. So let's see what the damage is like. Bye. Oh, should probably do a little bit of getting these cobwebs out. So when I was 15 and a half, I took my dad's GSX-R out for a little spin. And mind you, I did not know how to ride. And I stalled it a couple times in the neighborhood. Literally did not know what I was doing. But I had the time of my life on that thing. Let's see if my fingers are dexterous as they used to be. There we go. Yummy. Washer looks good. Theoretically, you should be changing the washer, and it's good practice to do it every time, but I've only changed this about twice the oil. Three times? 3 times? So, I think I'll be okay there. Let's air it out a little bit. Look at all these mosquitoes. I'm gonna get wrecked today. But let's get to the ownership. Yeah, so I've had this for the past 3-4 years. It's been my daily rider since I got the Miata, and I loved every second about it. The fact that it's plastic up here, but it looks super premium, I love, because when I crashed it, super cheap and affordable to replace. So if you're cross-shopping between this or like a CB 600R or a Triumph Trident or even perhaps a Ducati Monster 821, this is super cheap to replace. All the parts, very, very nice. That included, I got this crash bar because one, I wanted to turn it into like an ADV style bike, and hence the crash plate. So that's what I've been doing. And yeah, I've taken it off road a couple times. It's seen the dirt a couple times. It's even seen the street a couple times. I've low-sided and looped it many times, and it's been holding up quite well. I've only really had to replace a couple things. The handlebars, some of the tank plastics, but everything is great. Yeah, it's easy to maintain, and it's just been such a hoot to ride. The fact that I don't have to take off really any fairings and everything's accessible, I absolutely love that about this thing. Yeah, this has been really my pride and joy when I was in my younger 20s. Absolutely loved ripping this thing around town, through the canyons. Though these chicken strips beg to differ, but that's okay. I'm not trying to impress anybody. Just trying to have fun with this thing, and that's really the ethos of this bike. Is if you're the type of rider that wants to have fun, wants the best value proposition really on the road, it's either this or a Suzuki SP650, I think. If you want something a little bit more luxe, a little bit more premium, the CB650R is a great choice, but I have loved the whole entire styling of this thing, just murdered out. And I think these Acerbis hand guards do like an immaculate job of making it look very Batwing Mobile-esque. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun, this thing. Get some of that extra airflow. How much does this help? I'm not sure, but I do have to take this off anyways. Okay. Let's get this. Yeah, I've rode this to work every day while I was a full-time personal trainer. And God, it was such a hoot. Just being youthful back in the days and literally not caring about really much. Include a sizzle of your own life, unfortunately. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? I need to lube this up. I need to lube you up. Oh, come here, fuckboy. Okay. Oh, I love all the steps to replace this oil. It's so methodical, so easy. That's why I love naked bikes. And I really think that this type of styling is very timeless. I know the XSR 700 is a very popular value proposition as well. If you're interested in things of that nature, that retro vintage aesthetic. But this has been really my piece on the road. It's been so fun. I'm trying not to get bit by any of these mosquitoes, but it comes with the territory of working on bikes towards the nighttime, towards supper time. Hand tight, and then a 1/4 inch more. Boom. I think this gasket's go okay. Don't do what I do and just look at it and be like, yeah, it's alright. You should replace this for precautionary sake every time, but unfortunately for me, I'm a little bit ignorant or lazy, pick one. My chubby fingers, come on, get in there. You can imagine how much easier this is without that crash plate. Get that threading in. Alright, I'm gonna yoga my fingers in here. Why the fuck did I put on a watch to do this? Something's gonna get scratched, and it's not gonna be the watch, I swear to God. Okay. You know what, you stupid slut. I'm gonna have to get down here. Alright. In you go, asshole. In you go, asshole. Righty-tighty, motherfucker. There you go. Let's quarter turn tight this thing. And there you go. That's really it. You do not need much pressure. Looks good. Let's fill you up. This particular bike takes 3 liters, but I'll check on it intermittently, probably around the 2.5 liter mark. Okay. Let's get that going. I think apart from archery and exercise, working on your vehicles is such a therapeutic thing, I believe. Okay, here we go. Let's drop it to 2 liters. And yeah. Drink up, asshole. Yeah, especially here in California, the lane splitting is beautiful. That's what I miss about riding. And it's really a sense of freedom that comes with being on a motorcycle. It's literally just you and the road. And if you get into a crash or you die, it's literally your fault. Because you have to be accountability for every single action you take. And that's even choosing to ride or not. But feel free to agree or disagree with that statement down in the comments below. I would love to have a civil discussion on why every time you swing the leg, it is your prerogative to make sure that you don't die and you take every single necessary precaution to not allow that to happen. We're grown adults. I have very chinky eyes. I can't read this shit. Okay. How we looking, baby? Still drinking up? You better be. I'd rather be slow and safe and sorry, I think. Do not want to make another trip to get more oily. How we looking, baby? Okay. Looks pretty good. Looks about full. I think when I drop it, it'll be nice and even keeled. But right now, that is 2 liters. Then we'll play with it from there. I'm being bit up the wazoo. Okay. Can I hang this one here? Nope. You stay on the ground, mister. That's another thing that you learn when you're riding motorcycles is if you have a headset where you can talk to your buddies, and when you're not talking to your buddies, you'll find yourself talking to yourself, as I am right now. sight glass is full, but when I drop it, it should be okay. Then we'll make adjustments accordingly when I could start this stupid ass bike up again. Yeah, I tried charging the battery, just wouldn't go through. But again, I've had it for about 4 or 5 years, so it's probably due time I switch it up, perhaps to a lithium or something. But the chain, as you can tell, it's been literally not garaged since the inception of ownership. It's really been ridden and left out. I'm a big proponent in not babying your bike. That's why I didn't go the Ducati route. Is I know if I bought such a premium motorcycle and as soon as it got nicked or tipped, I would have been so devastated. But yeah, this thing has been such a blast, really, to ride for the past 3-4 years. I love this thing. Let's get it down on the ground so I could show you what it looks like on the ground. I'll have to revisit this and check that oil glass to make sure it's okay and adequate when I start to ride it again. Oh, I'm gonna put the skid plate back on. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Hello. There we go. And this was here. If this mosquito gets into this helmet, I will cut this video short. And I will scream like a pretty lady boy. The neighbors are looking at me like I'm a weirdo. How did they know so fast? Alrighty. Nice. Yeah, dude, this thing has been destroyed. Okay. Line this shit up. I'm sitting my booty to do this shit. What good are Lululemon pants if you don't really use them, huh? That's what I think, at least. There we go. As you know, don't thread anything crazy tight until you get everything in. What else do I want to cover? The pricing. So when I bought it for just over seven bones, 7K. I know that with the newer editions, the prices have been creeping up with reason. You know, they're adding TFT dashes, displays, and better suspension components, and inflation, right? So it's very fair. There we go. Part of me does not want to even put the bottom one on, but I know I probably should. Hello, if I can find it. Did I eat it? What the fuck, where'd it go? Okay. Alright, find the hole. Where's that sexy hole? There you go. Imagine doing this with a Grand Seiko. Couldn't be me. Get off me, you stupid slut. Oh, the mosquito's eating me. It's telling me that I'm a shitty home mechanic. That's okay. thread this thing for the life of me. My butt's up in the air, like I'm asking for it. Nobody look. You're gonna need to pay me $5.99 if you want to look at that shit. Come on. Okay. How annoying is this? I know you're annoyed for me too. If you're watching this. I'm not going to be able to look up at it. And I know I've been going the right way. Oh, I think for the love of God, if I don't get this in the next 2 YouTube minutes, I'm just going to leave it and just tighten it under my own time. How hard is it to align 2 pieces of metal together that you can't see? Did I just get it? It's always when you're the gentlest, the most gentle with it, you get it going. Guess that's life for you. You don't want these too tight, obviously. Especially when you're going to need to revisit this. Yeah, they bit my crotch. Oh, these mosquitoes. Okay. All said and good. Let's talk about mods. I think mods are a huge thing in the motorcycle community. Typically, people always do the delete here. The license plate delete, which I'm a fan of. I think these are TST Industries, yeah. And the light is also TST. I'll show you that in a bit. So I think that would be like the first mod to do. Yeah, almost 10k miles. Yeah, look at that light. So sweet. And then the very best performance mod, I think, is going to be a protection mod, which is ultimately going to be these crash bars. I didn't opt for the back just because I didn't like how it looked. And I wanted to protect the most important thing, which was the engine. In terms of this, you could see a scuff here on the camera. You know, it's been tipped, it's been looped, it's been off-roaded, it's been tipped in the dirt, and it's been holding up fine. I will say before I got this, I did loop it once on the street, and I did scuff up the brakes and this valve here, that resinoid. Resinoid? Yeah, I think it's called a resinoid valve. Anyways, I would say this would be your first mod to get. It's this beautiful crash bar. This is from Impact Tech USA for about $500. I would much rather get that than an exhaust. I think noise pollution, as I get older in my age, is a nuisance. It might sound good to you on the bike, but to everybody else, it's annoying as fuck. I am one of those people that don't think it's a safety tool. You are your own safety tool. It's not an exhaust. Like, what are you going to do? Rev bomb your bike and get into an accident? Dude, you could avoid that accident. So tired of all these dumbasses rev bombing to blame other people under their own lack of self care for their own life. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can only say really good things about this thing. I'm trying to figure out one bad thing to say. At least one. Come on, I can do this. One bad thing to say about the Yamaha MT-07. you get what you pay for. It's not a bad thing. God, I gotta figure out something. Oh, I mean, I guess the suspension's not as stiff as you'd like, which is a very easy fix. You put in thicker fork oil, it'll fix that right up. You don't need thicker springs or to revalve it. I think it's perfectly okay. Just new oil, make it a little bit stiffer. But I like the softness of the front suspension because when you land your bike from doing wheelies, it absorbs the impact, I think, that much better. It makes for a more plush ride, and I've seen people drag me on stock suspension on the MT-07, so there's really no excuses there. But yeah, I think that covers all the quick tidbits of the MT-07. Not as comprehensive as I'd like, but it's a tried and true motorcycle. It's been released, I believe, in 2014, 2015, and it's been really a staple and the sweetheart of the motorcycle community ever since its inception. And low-key, I think the second generation MT is the best looking one. I think it's fucking rad. And you could pick these up cheap now because, they're older. I think they're on their third gen, at least, their third gen MT-07. And this thing has really lasted me the test of time. The tires are... Did I do a burnout? No, I didn't. I don't think so. It looks like I did. Yeah, the tires are bald and round, but that's what you get for not riding it for months on end, right? Anyways, if you like to see more motorcycle content like this, I invite you to subscribe. I'm going to be getting back on the road with this thing because I really, as much as I love my Miata, there really is no better feeling being on two wheels. The sense of freedom and decision making and therapy that you get really from being on a bike is surreal. It's not like anything else. As always, here's an invitation to subscribe, and I'll see you again very soon.